I don't know if we all believe in death, but I do believe in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah! Let's get it on.
That was so. You gotta give me a better cue than more. When we last time on Harmontown, our heroes had barely escaped from paradise with their lives, and after robbing a gnomish bar and fighting off the local gang, the Cactus Bunch, the party set fire to the bar and exited. Quark, noticing the fire spreading, went to warn the locals and alerted a gnome barber, who got in an argument with the barbarian before scuttling off. Afraid of legal backlash, our heroes tried to escape the city, but found woven barriers blocking any egress. Sharpie burnt a hole in the woven wall, and with some of Christaberg's acid, they tore their way through and into the cold tundra outside. There they found themselves completely lost with only a burning sack laying in the ice. That is, until a Yeti came upon the gang, ignoring Quark's friendliness. He threw a net on the gang, but would they appreciate being in a net? Was the Yeti gonna eat them? Would Bill Mardigan simply burn to death and everyone in it? Find out on an all-new Harmontown.
All right. Yeah, we escaped the city by burning our way through the wall after burning everything. Then we're in a tundra. A Yeti came up, threw a net over us. I don't know why I'm repeating that.
Yeah, for Greg, right? We were at a wonderful place. Everyone was nice to us. We burned everything, and now we're...
Yeah.
And we've become just sociopaths. That's the game now.
Well, in the last 2 episodes, I wasn't really myself, and I really wanted that baby.
Do we have the robot golem baby?
Oh, you guys got it.
Okay, good. All right.
But it doesn't have the life thing in it, right?
Oh, my Greg, goodness. we're in possession of a small robotic golem baby that needs a certain disc to make it operate.
How absolutely enchanting.
So you guys, you're in the middle of this cold, frozen wasteland sort of situation. You're underneath a big Yeti net, and there's a big Yeti looking at you guys. He takes a few steps back after seeing you guys in the net, and he grunts, and he raises his hands like this.
Like raise the roof?
Yeah.
He's raising the roof?
He's doing that, but that doesn't exist in D&D.
I admit it. I emulate it.
You're into it. You guys are just doing that.
I go...
Yeah, I do it too.
I go,
Sure.
We're your friends. We're your friends.
I go, whoop, whoop. Those things all happen. It's just kind of like a weird miming thing going on. No one's really... no communication is really happening.
But I make eye contact with him.
Yeti!
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeti! What's happening?
Hoodoo, move.
Do I speak this language? Is he stuttering? Is he having a stroke, or is this a language?
It's a language you don't understand.
He's speaking backwards, I think. Say it again.
Stuff.
He's saying futsty.
But the blinding snow and driving wind give way to the sound of hoof prints. I mean, hoof sounds. What's the...
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Is that? I think it's Tylenol with codeine!
Once again, by the infinitesimal genitalia of Justin Bieber, I have arrived. At a moment most propitious. Oh, foul Yeti. Taste my vengeance upon thee as I detect evil, and 2, I do something else that's poorly spelled.
Is it Tylenol with codeine?
Yeah.
'Tis I, he who is both female and male, immortal and mortal, horse and man, part Jew and part human.
Richard Simmons?
Like Suarez, I will bite you if you're Italian. What is this Yeti I see before me? Is this a Bigfoot in white garb?
It definitely is. You use your magical evil sensing horn to see if it's evil, and you detect no evil in its heart.
Oh.
Indeed, my horn is fallible. Sometimes my horn misdiagnoses, like Dick Van Dyke on the show.
Wow.
You gotta update your references, Tylenol with Cody.
A pile of shit thou eateth. My references will remain eternal.
You speak them with such confidence, there's no need to update.
Ta ever so. Thou hast always been my favorite in secret. There is no evil in this Yeti, and let me whisk you away. All upon you, jump upon my back, and we shall fly. Like a duck's ass sliding down an icy hill backwards.
We're in a net. We're in a net.
I take out
But
my...
before we go, the Yeti has hidden treasure that has not been spoken of. For Yetis are known to keep upon their person, and in a case about them, much, much, much riches.
Oh.
I brandish my cutlass, and I slice through the net.
You slice into the net, but it's made out of steel. It hits the net and bounces off.
Tylenol with codeine, do you know this Yeti, or is this a new Yeti to you?
Indeed, all Yetis are but one and the same. If thou hast met one, thou hast met them all.
Racist!
That sounds very racist.
I am eternal. These are truths that I speak. Not bromides and platitude saws
Stereotypes
and well-worn
exist for...
tropes. These are but things from experience plucked I have from my passed to past.
I don't know if that answered my question.
Indeed, thou hast much treasure, dost thou not, Yeti? Keeping in thy case that thou keeps behind thee.
It grunts at you, and you can understand what it's saying. It's
Of course I can, I'm polyglot.
Oh.
It says it on page 2.
It says, my chest is back at my house.
Fuck all day and fuck my luck. Many riches were I to grab this day, but it seems that the Yeti has none upon him. Hast thou any credit cards?
What's a credit card?
Jesus H, you fucking hillbilly.
Can you get the Yeti to remove the net, let us out of the net?
And ask him what's happening?
Indeed. Yeti, free my friends, wouldst thou? For thou is listening to thine equine master.
He says, oh, these guys are your friends. I thought they were just animals. Let me get that for you.
Animals?
Racist.
They are but comedians who live in Los Angeles. Animals thou art not, but with William Morris Endeavor dost thou sign.
I wish.
Wow.
Or other smaller agencies that are more boutique.
The Endeavors and the
Endeavors and the APAs.
And the cars.
Or the UTAs,
Or
if
the
anybody's
UTAs.
out there.
Please spreadeth thy net, Yeti.
He does so. He removes the net
A
and
solid thou'st would do me.
he puts it away. Sorry about that, he says.
Do we understand him? We don't understand him.
No.
I understand him. He's wished his most apologies. Now let us away to our next adventure. Cocoa I have made in a cavern nearby.
Oh, okay.
I take a knee before the Yeti, and get, like, kind of indicate my
Subservience?
my.
Are you swearing fealty to the Yeti?
Yeah, he removed the net, right? So I'm like, I kneel before him, like a strong but servile man.
Okay.
And I go and I just gesture to him because I know he can't speak English. And I give him a thumbs up.
That's because we watched that Roger Ebert documentary.
It's so sad. He keeps giving everything a thumbs up. Well, he does.
He really did. At the end, he was very forgiving to a lot of terrible movies.
Yeah, he's right at the end. Right at the end, he's like, "Monster House is great."
Tylenol with codeine. How is Coco? I haven't seen her in a while.
She is most delicious and chocolatey most. Let us away.
Whoa.
And let our feet break wind
Okay.
as we travel across this pampas.
I ask Tylenol with Cody.
Oh, Gnome, 'tis thee, whose face I have sat upon in the past.
He remembers.
Oh, most tranquil Gnome, mine thighs have sought analgesia on thy nose.
He never forgets a face.
Yep.
Never forgets a feeling.
Not once he sat on it.
Tylenol, can you ask this Yeti if we need a place, or maybe we need a place to get out of this cold.
Well, he's got a cavern with Coco.
He does.
A to the fucking. Shall I ask most of the Bigfoot? Bigfoot slang speaketh I.
That felt very racist.
Raised on the streets were I. Cracked it I smoketh with the Yeti and his Bigfoot friends.
He actually gets he's like the John Mayer of, he gets to use the Y word and everything.
Like John Mayer am I, except without the bag of douche.
He's got a Yeti pass.
Yeah.
Indeed, thou Yeti pass I have bought.
Indeed.
Let's go to the cavern, right?
To the cavern with Coco.
Well, I hop on Tylenol's back and grab a handful of mane.
You do that.
Thine sighs are so strong, Gnome. I have missed thee upon my haunches.
If I can, I'm gonna snow ski behind Tylenol with Kogi.
Is there room for me on there, or am I cock blocking something?
Indeed. Room for allest, most small foul man.
Everybody, hop aboard Cody and let's.
Rick and all fit on there?
But you're snow skiing behind.
Yeah, I'm snow skiing behind.
Yeah.
Also, a cool hat possesseth I.
Cool hat.
It says so on the goddamn paper. Jumpeth in.
It really does say a cool hat.
Cool hat. To the honeycomb hideout. The honeycomb kids are there.
I get on.
So together you ride off and you ride towards what you couldn't even see before, but once you get upon it, it's like a little white smear on a bigger white smear, and it's a ice cavern. It just goes in just a ways to get out of the wind and the snow.
Sounds like a biopsy.
It's kind of like a biopsy, but in the snow. It's just some sort of ice cavern, and you guys get there.
Seeketh thee shelter from the sleet and hail. In this cavern most warm, albeit shallow.
I spur Tylenol on into the cavern.
The interior of this cabin is not commodious. Thou wilt find that mine four haunches are most snowiferous, and other shit I made up. Wouldst thou like some cocoa? It has the marshmallows in it, the kind that floateth upon the top most pleasingly.
Yeah, I'll love some. Thank you.
Wouldst thou like toast with cinnamon on it?
Yeah.
For magic powers have I, and an amulet of shadow worlding.
I'll just take the cinnamon toast and the.
Okay. Who would like a strawberry Pop-Tart?
Ooh,
I would.
Can I trade my cinnamon toast for the strawberry pop?
Abso-fucking-lutely, Brohame.
I don't want the crust though, because that shit nasty.
I put butter upon the cinnamon Pop-Tart to make it extra good.
Do you have pickles?
Dude.
Are you pregnant?
I have cornichon, the small French kind. They're most sexy, and they have pearl onions amongst them.
I'll try one.
Try this and see if it does not crunch us most.
I try the pickle.
Game Master, I check in emotionally with Coco.
She's kind of distant.
Hey!
Who wouldn't be in a shallow ice cave?
Who's Coco?
That's Mulrain's horse.
Yes.
Should there be a voice to Coco? I mean, there doesn't need to be.
I mean,
She's not there.
she doesn't speak, right?
I mean, I've heard her speak.
Is Coco with us or no?
Yeah, she's here.
Oh, okay.
There,
She usually is.
Coco, I present a carrot. Coco baby.
Much vitamin A has transferred this evening.
I feel like I kind of abandoned you a while ago. I mean, you're a horse. You're hard to take with, and I know a lot of stuff has happened to you.
Coco does seem emotionally distant right now.
By the blistered genitalia of Miley Cyrus, this doth bog down. Speaketh not to thine horse, for I am a unicorn, and more than horse am I, for horn do I have in my head.
Oh, don't be jealous. There's not a competition just because you're kind of horsey.
Settle thine shit down, O Sprague.
I examined the cavern.
It's very shallow. It's pretty nondescript, other than like what looks like a small burnt out
A throw
fire.
rug have I bought from bed, bathroom, and beyond.
So, Tylenol, you live here?
I don't live. I crib. And then other times I crib with other people. I get around town.
Do you know the neighborhood well? Like, where are we?
Do I fuck?
Jesus.
Home style is this to me, although the winter is most foul and pestilent. Much snow and abrasive ice crystals formeth about us.
I make a terrible pun and I go, I mean, I've heard the phrase man cave, and everyone looks at me horribly and then I retreat back into my cup of cocoa.
Thou hast nothing to be ashamed of. Lead us out of here, I will. Onto the furtive plain, and then onto the fruitful area where the purple caverns do beckon us, full of riches and stew made of rabbits and other things that thou likest.
Tylenol with codeine, what have you been up to?
I'm high a good deal of the time.
We haven't seen you in a long time, and now you're very set on this goal. Just tell us of your travels.
Oh, many travels have I. Omaha of Nebraska have I been to, and found that the white people were fat most. Fanny packs and Crocs did they wear in public, and no sport coat upon thee. And then other times have I gone to Missouri, and found that the people ate pork rinds unashamedly and listened to country music as if it was for everyone and not just the white. Lady Antebellum have I heard, and much barf have I spewed. Oh, my travels. To Paris I have been, and under the catacombs did I go.
Oh.
And there did I see those who were dead, and the ossuary therein lie. And yet cometh back to this land I have, because treasured most is it be.
Take us to this treasure, Tylenol with codeine.
Fucking A, will
I
I?
like these purple caverns that...
I want to go. I like the sound of these purple caverns.
The caverns are not only purple, they're also violet and other shades of vermilion.
What sort of treasures lay within?
The kind that will knock the socks off of thee should thou wear socks.
All right.
Plentiful in plenitude shall you see the shining treasures that lie.
Let's all hop aboard Tylenol and be whisked away to the purple caverns of the treasure.
Thou dost even have to jump upon my back, for here we are, transported I.
What? You transported us?
Yeah, I have an amulet of shadow worlding, and I have streamers.
Is that like herpes? Is that like a new word for
He's
herpes?
reclaiming herpes. Streamers.
Are you gonna decorate a prom?
Many proms have I decorated.
So, wait, do you want to activate the amulet, or do you want to travel to the Purple Canyon?
To the Purple Canyon wish do I travel.
Is the Yeti with us?
No.
Okay.
He didn't come with you to the cave.
Major bummer is he, and leaveth behind, shall
It's
we
the most
have.
confused Yeti in the history of Yetidom. It's like,
Much like
I mount Coco and take her with us.
All right.
Wouldst thou mount Coco in front of me with video rolling?
So you depart. You head towards the Purple Canyons. You're pretty deep into this icy tundra wasteland, so the journey takes several weeks. But alas, you find yourself at the Purple Mountain Range, where the Purple Caverns are said to be found.
Weeks have gone by?
Oh yeah.
what did we do for these weeks?
Travel.
We should.
Pinochle and other games like cribbage.
An old maid.
A priest has asked me to sit upon his lap, and whiskey has he asked me to drink, and yet I have refused him twice upon trips to the toilet.
Tylenol, we're here at the Purple Canyons.
Hooray, hurrah! And the purple canyons doth yawn before thee. Dost thou not see the riches lay within, and the golden light that doth beam above thee?
Do the treasures just lay there for us to pick them like fruit hanging from a tree?
Indeed, thou art most broke, and of thine horrible plight I have heard in my immortal world. Thou hast been burning villages to the ground like sociopaths. Weeks past. Riches I would transport to thee, so that thou may have a couple of fucking nickels to rub together as this journey.
I don't see any treasures here, though. Like, where do we have to get?
There are none so blind, Gnome, as those who will not open thine.
Don't get fucking weird, Tylenol. For fucking 6 weeks, we've been fucking riding around in the snow, and you're fucking so high.
I've been hearing the same song over and over again.
I'm beginning to. I've heard this. You keep repeating these stories. I don't even know to believe you anymore, man. Like my ass. I got saddle sores like you fucking never seen.
An option thou hast better than I?
You show me these treasures, motherfucker.
Stare
You
forward,
keep fucking
Gnome,
you're talking about these treasures
with thine jaundiced eye.
Jesus Christ.
Stare forward into the abyss and see what thou cannot know.
I'm looking at a canyon.
Does no one have a fucking flashlight in this crew?
I light a torch.
You light a torch and you can see inside the opening of this purple cavern. There's 3 or 4, I'd say 4 gemstones of various colors just kind of seated upon the floor.
I ride towards the biggest one.
Dude, these aren't worth anything.
Knowest nothing, thy. For these gemstones are valuable most in a way thou canst understand.
Hey,
Well, then why would you want us to have them if we can't understand?
Thine man cannot wrap around at this moment, but moments hence thou will be in most possession of understanding.
crew.
Yeah.
Stick bug boys or whatever we're.
This is like taking a
Tylenol.
van full of retards to Knott's Berry Farm.
Gentlemen.
Impatience, though.
Nobody knows what you're talking about, man.
What the
Gentlemen.
fuck? What is Knott's Berry Farm and what is the R word you said?
Is that a new form of orc?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I call
Wait,
this
how is that? I'm high-roading.
Yeah, we're high-roading.
I appraise the gems.
As you guys approach the gems, they seem to shift before your eyes and mutate, and they get bigger and grow into strange, grotesque insectoid forms.
Fuck. Great. Tylenol, you son of a bitch.
Hey,
This is the treasure?
fuck is doused. Does that make sense to you?
For a moment, I lend Krista Berg's ear. What is going on? Like, what are we?
I go over Tylenol, fucking we were for 6 weeks.
I feel like it's our fault for following this
This is
guy.
what's...
By the way, that cocoa was just a bunch of mud and water. Hey,
What Swiss Miss?
I was being polite.
This guy got us out of a Yeti net, all right? He got us out of a Yeti net.
Well, hooray. We didn't try other means. We could have got out of it.
Hey, I have a great plan. We burn down the purple cavern.
Jackanapes.
I go to Coco and say, Coco, I don't know if you've noticed, but these treasures you're talking about, these gems that you were so smug about a moment ago.
Not Coco.
I mean, sorry.
You're allowed to talk to her.
I'm sorry. I meant Tylenol with codeine. Tylenol with codeine, Jack. These gems turned into giant insectoid creatures. Is this the treasure you told us about?
Thou hast not seen the intrinsic value herein.
Then show me the value of this. Like
I have care moderating.
so high.
No.
What are the bugs doing?
Yeah, what do they do, Spence?
They're slowly menacing towards you, clacking their dangerous limbs.
Menacing is a verb?
It is now. Well, yeah, menacing's a
What
verb.
happened to my magical powers?
They're eviling towards us.
Menacing actually is a verb.
Well, it's a gerund, or
Yeah,
in this case.
you can menace someone.
I mean, I'm not saying I did it right, but it's
What happened to
definitely...
my magical powers? I brought them for jewels, and all of a sudden there's menacing.
Yeah, Tylenols.
Well, they're not evil, so...
They're not?
All right, everybody, Chillafed, take us.
Why don't you do a evil the where you read their heart and see if there's any good or evil in their heart?
Detect evil on them.
Excellent idea. I shall take thee under advisement.
Yeah.
Trotteth forward, shall I? Click, click, clunk, 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 clunk.
They don't seem evil, they just seem kind of like empty, like robots or dolls or something.
Disappointing this, like a 70s TV show.
What are you talking
Much
about?
value thought I had these insectoids.
Let's talk more rock, motherfucker.
I use my armulet of spring.
All right.
Armulet?
Yeah, it's an armulet.
You really got him.
Can shoot thorny vines 20 feet to protect or ensnare enemies. I choose not to protect them. I would like to ensnare them.
They're not evil.
They're not evil.
They're not evil.
Oh. Wait, you found that out?
He said they're not evil.
Oh, sorry, I'm drunk.
Well, they don't have evil hearts. Like, ovens aren't evil, but if you stick your head in it, it'll
Yeah, like
kill you.
a bobcat isn't evil, but it'll eat your children on a camping trip. The dingoes that took that lady's babies, like
You're right.
They weren't Snidely Whiplash. They were like, I want to eat a baby. I'm a dingo.
You're right. Let's set them on fire.
Ruined her life.
Many mundane points do you mortals make?
I sense motive on these insectoid gems.
They have no motive. They're just evil.
I'm about to fucking take a sword to these fuckers and see if there's any gold inside them.
You can't detect any more.
I take my sword out and I cook you. I fucking just smash one in the face.
Oh, Jesus.
You smash one in the face. It's dealing 19 damage. It
Yeah.
shatters into crystals.
All right.
Can I just keep smashing, or am I on a roll over here?
All right.
You have a boner, don't you?
Nope.
Keep talking. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You slash into the rest of these guys, but they're not having it.
Oh yeah.
No, it's
Okay.
bouncing off.
What do these crystals look like?
They look like crabs. One of them looks like a red crab made of ruby.
Much crab meat have we discovered. Most expensive is
Tylenol, take 5, motherfucker.
the disappointment anticipated. I did not.
I want to do my armulet ensnare move now that the fighting has started.
Well, I already rolled that. So the other two are ensnared.
Oh, nice.
Their legs are all...
I look back from my ensnaring and I'm like, I look over at Mulray and I'm like, huh?
And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a magic circle that I can do against evil.
Not evil.
Who was that?
Much Asperger's since I.
There's a lot of it here.
All right, then I have some rope.
Yeah.
I'd like to do some tricks now to distract everyone from how shit the plot has become. This one's called the Triple Helix.
It's really impressive. You don't even have thumbs or anything.
Nope. Hoofs and yet knots I do wend.
Is there any value? These ruby crystals? Are these worth anything?
Because I will say, if you had said, "Let's go 6 weeks, I'll show you some rope tricks," none of us would have come.
Imagine my disappointment.
We were in a Yeti net. All right?
Yeah.
This guy's
doing?
Giuliani. You take what you get.
We don't give him 6 weeks of our lives for getting us out of
It
a
wasn't
fucking...
6
you
weeks,
gave
it was
Giuliani.
several weeks.
I lie on the ground and I open my clothes so the jewels will crawl in.
Wait, what?
Well,
'Twas not the first time.
they're all entangled, so they can't move good.
Okay.
Or well.
I shamefully button up my dress and I stand up and I just back up.
So what about the one that I shattered?
It's all shattered. I mean,
I go.
Don't pat yourself on
Can
the
I
back.
get the red one? Can I go the red ruby?
and do
Trying to
what?
find out what's happening.
Yeah. Okay. So you pick up a lot of sapphire shards.
I get a bunch. I get the red one, the one that's really cool.
That one's not dead yet. I mean, that's still in a thing.
Are there any red shattered ones?
No, it's there's a red intact crab.
Red's my favorite color, so I think we kill that.
We need a cliffhanger here. Someone to make something happen.
I take a shit.
Almost.
Quark! I mean, Sharpie.
Sharpie, this is neither the time nor the place.
Did you... It's sandwich sized. Where did you get a sandwich?
I ate one and... Yeah, we did it.
Thank you for coming to the show, everybody. Thank you, Kamel Nanjiani. Aaron McGathy. Greg Proops, everybody. I'm Jeff Davis. One more time for the mayor, Dan Harmon.
We'll be appearing at Gen Con, teaching people how to role play.
Spencer Crittenden, everybody.
X-Files. Watch, listen to, or you can also watch it, Kumail's X-Files podcast.
If you want to learn more how to play D&D just right, go to our website.
And listen to the Proofcast as well.
Oh, yeah, the smartest man in the world with Greg Proops, the best podcast out there. Thank you all once again. Thank you for coming, and good night.
Oh, and the Meltdown TV show starts July 23rd, so please watch that when it comes out on Comedy Central. It's free on Amazon right now, the first episode. It's a Meltdown with Joe and Kumail.